Thanks for joining us for National Focus. I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Coming up, Honorable Prime Minister issues a call to public officers. The 2016 edition of Dominica's World Creole Music Festival has been officially launched, and 48 graduate from the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after the break.
Think water, think life. Water refreshes, restores, cleans, and enhances growth. Potable water is a benchmark for development. DOWASCO is serious about its mandate to ensure easy access to potable water island-wide and provide sewage services for a cleaner environment. DOWASCO is your water and sewage company.
Thanks for staying with us. Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit wants public officers to provide a high quality of service irrespective of their political or religious biases. Honorable Dr. Skerrit, who is also Minister for the Public Service, was addressing the official launch of Public Service Day activities on Wednesday.
Every one of us has a right under the Constitution to decide our religious persuasion, and likewise our political persuasion. And therefore, you have a right to support the party in government or the party in opposition. But that should never be a consideration in your attitude to work or your attitude to the citizens of the country. You must be blinded by this. And I find too many people in the country allow their political persuasion to be the deciding factors to how they deliver services to the public.
Meantime, Chief Personnel Officer Gloria Joseph says there continues to be efforts made to improve a service delivery within the public service.
The Traffic Division has replaced its traffic books with mobile devices, thus creating efficiency in the manner in which traffic checks are conducted. The mail registration system recently was introduced in 3 ministries and will be deployed in the coming year in all ministries. The system is fully computerized, and the delivery of mail is done via mobile electronic devices. I am also happy to report that individuals wishing to submit an application for consideration for employment within the public service can now do this online. These are just a few of the many initiatives that we have taken on board within the public service with the support of our government and particularly the Minister for the Public Service to ensure that we continue to operate with a level of efficiency and professionalism that the citizens of Dominica so well deserve.
In more news, the government of Dominica has increased its contribution towards the successful staging of this year's World Creole Music Festival. This was confirmed on Wednesday by the Honorable Minister for Tourism and Urban Renewal, Senator Robert Tung. The Honorable Tourism Minister was addressing the official launch of this year's festival at the Anchorage Hotel.
Traditionally, the Discover Dominica Authority gets a subvention of $780,000. But we knew that this year the show had to be bigger, better, and a lot more exciting. We wanted to have much better artists so that when you heard the lineup, you would no longer decide which day you're going to come. You'd have to be forced to buy a season ticket. So the government of Dominica has approved an additional $1 million to ensure that the vision of this event is brought to fruition. This is a significant improvement in the financing of the festival and will allow for better and timelier organization of the activity, as well as provide more effective negotiation with the artists when preparing for the lineup.
The highlight of Wednesday's official launch was the announcement of the lineup of artists and groups who will perform at the 3-night event. Artists include Timaya, Midnight Groovers, Creole, Morgan Heritage, Wyclef Jean, Ophelia Marie, Kess, Gentleman, and Acorn. Meantime, a Chief Executive Officer of the Discover Dominica Authority, Colin Piper, says the festival is very important for Dominica.
First and most obvious is that festivals generate economic activity as a result of the movement of people and the economic transactions engaged in, which trickle down to every facet of society, especially the ordinary man. The second is equally important, particularly to me as Director of Tourism, in that festivals generate content and media attention and coverage, which when all put together results in the promotion of the destination. And festival tourism can be self-sustaining when executed properly, because that media attention and promotion will increase awareness of the event and destination and can convert someone from a viewer or spectator on the sidelines to actually book a trip and become a visitor.
This year's festival will be held from October 28th to 30th at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. Honorable Minister for Education Peter Serja has reaffirmed the government's commitment to the development of the country's human resource. The Honorable Minister was addressing the 2016 graduating class of the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School on Wednesday at the Arawak House of Culture.
We have put several systems in place to assist you along the route to success. Our aim as ministry and as government is to continue to build the human resource capacity of Dominica and to encourage entrepreneurship in the attainment of economic growth. And it is to this end that we are continuing with the development thrust on technical vocational training with a special emphasis on the Caribbean vocational qualifications, CVQ. We have put systems in place to facilitate your development. Therefore, as architects, I want to urge you to go out there, build for your life, build for yourselves a life of success.
48 students received the certificates at Wednesday's graduation ceremony, which was held under the theme, Individuals are the Architects of Their Own Future. Principal Shirley Samuel highlighted the many accomplishments of the school in the past school year. She outlined the achievements of the school in the 2015 CXC examinations.
The school performed very well. Among the subjects the school offered, special recognition must be given to the following. These subjects, the school received 100% pass in chemistry, food and nutrition, human and social biology, English B, biology, IT, PE, Spanish, building tech, agriculture, and history. The school received 95% pass in POB, 88 in economics, 87 in tech draw, 84 in human and social biology, and 80 in physics. Overall, the school got a percentage pass of 85%.
2016 ITSS graduate attorney at law Cara Shillingford delivered the feature address. Shillingford told the graduating class that anything is possible and they could become whatever they would like to be in the future.
There is absolutely no dream that is too big. There is no goal that is too far-fetched. I want you to dare to dream, to plan a future for yourself, and to become exactly who you want to be. Now, regardless of where you come from, regardless of what community, from what country you come from, whether you come from a rich home, a poor home, a happy home, a broken home, you know, a big name, a not so big name, regardless of all of this background, peripheral information, you can be exactly who you want to be.
Valedictorian Shania Reed expressed that the journey was not easy, but the hard work was worth it. She too had some encouraging words for her fellow classmates.
Let's go out there and give tomorrow the best possible chance we can. Let's be the architects of our future, not its victims. Once more, my friends, right now is our time to shine. So let's do it with style. Thank you.
Kambi Kazime was the only student who graduated with distinction, while 11 students graduated with merit. In more news, with the assistance of the United States Department of Agriculture, CARDI, the St. Lucia Ministry of Agriculture, and the Technical Working Group of the Caribbean Plant Health Directors Forum, Plant Protection Specialist Hannah Romain is assisting the Ministry of Agriculture's Crop Protection Unit in finding out what is going on with the fruit fly in Dominica.
We realize that fruit fly is a major pest among the region, but specifically Dominica, the situation is totally different. We've seen that fruit flies are affecting mangoes in Dominica, whereas other countries this is not so. So we are here to find out what really brings about this difference in infestation. So we'll be conducting studies to find out what are the morphological differences that exist with the fruit flies in Dominica and the fruit flies in St. Lucia and other countries where that situation is different. So we will be doing fruit collections in the field, going out around the communities. We'll be doing fruit collections and we'll be assisting the ministry in rearing those fruit flies to adult stage.
Molecular work done of the flies are expected to produce results as to why the fruit flies in Dominica are so unique.
These flies will be collected and they will be sent to overseas labs where we'll be doing molecular work on the flies. So we'll be looking at all of the morphological differences, and it may be other situations right in Dominica that we may not be aware of, whether it be the elevation, whether it be the rainfall patterns, and whether so many things may contribute to the differences that exist. So that is what we're here to study.
According to Romain, control of these flies will lead to the improvement of the mango export industry.
We know that the mango, especially the Julie mango, is a major export crop, and it reduces the potential of this crop to be exported. Okay, we know that the fruit fly, the larvae, the adults lay the eggs in the fruit, and then the larvae feeds in the fruit. It makes the fruit mushy, and that fruit cannot be consumed. It's not marketable. So because of this high unmarketable yield that we see in the mangoes, we then realize that there is a problem. We need to address that problem, because of course this mango is a very important export crop. We can perhaps get access to export markets if we can control that fruit fly, if we can eradicate it, or if we can reduce the infestation on mangoes. So here we are to assist the ministry in achieving these objectives.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
In the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Welcome back. The Honorable Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Peter Seja, believes the media has a critical role to play in educating the population on matters of national importance. The Honorable Minister made the comment as he addressed the official opening of a media workshop on the Child-Friendly School Initiative.
I believe you have a significant role in strengthening institutions and entire societies through the work you do by bringing the issue to the fore. In our case, we think it is important that you are part of our efforts to create child-friendly environments for our children by disseminating important information about how the ministry is working towards creating a safe and inclusive learning space for our students.
Chief Education Officer Melina Fountain explained that Thursday's workshop is the last in a series organized by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the UNICEF Office for the Eastern Caribbean area.
Today, we expect to spend some time examining child protection issues, media coverage, and ethical guidelines for covering those issues, and ways in which the media can help champion the Child-Friendly Effective Schools initiative. It is expected to be interactive and to generate much discussion.
Dr. Lisa McLean-Trotman is the Communication for Development Specialist at the UNICEF Office for the Eastern Caribbean area. She spoke of UNICEF's overall objective for initiating the child-friendly school program.
We were trying to create safe and protective learning environments for children at all schools. That was the ultimate aim of the child-friendly school program. We wanted to ensure that there will be environments where children can feel comfortable learning, where as a parent, and I'm certain many of you are parents, will feel comfortable sending your children to school when you go off to work. I think those are the two ultimate goals of parents, that their children learn and that they feel safe at school. And that is what we were trying to achieve based on the situation analysis we would have done and recognizing different issues at schools.
GIS News will bring you more details of Thursday's workshop in the weekend edition of National Focus. Coordinator of the National HIV/AIDS Response Program, Alison Samuel, is saying that the department is doing its best to provide optimal care to those suffering from the disease, especially the most vulnerable. Samuel was speaking to GIS News ahead of the Regional Testing Day on Friday. Samuel commented on the prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV and AIDS, which is a component of the HIV management program.
This program aims to ensure that any mother who tests positive, HIV positive, whether in her first, second, third trimester of pregnancy, at any stage at all, even when she comes in for labor and delivery, if she tests positive for HIV, she's immediately started on a plan of treatment. And that plan of treatment enables mothers to receive antiretrovirals, which serve as a protective factor between she and the baby so that the baby does not become infected. So you may have a baby being born who has been HIV exposed, but not HIV positive. And thus far, between 2004 to now, we've had none of our babies who have seroconverted, meaning that they've not tested HIV positive beyond the mother being treated adequately. And we applaud that everybody who's been involved in that program, from the mothers to the providers, because if the mothers do not adhere to their treatment plan, then you find that you may have babies, becoming infected. Also, what happens beyond the mother having this baby, we discourage breastfeeding. And in order to enable this habit, we ensure that we provide them with supplemental feeds from the time the baby is born to the time the baby is 6 months old, because from that time the baby now feeds from the family pot from 6 months going forward. And so this program has been very successful. I'm sure you might have heard about the elimination of mother-to-child transmission of HIV and congenital syphilis. And the region is going to be the first region in the world to actually achieve this. And so yes, it has been a very successful program, not just for Dominica, for the region on a whole, and we are very proud of that accomplishment.
Samuel also provided statistics on the positive cases of HIV/AIDS in Dominica.
We first confirmed this infection in Dominica in 1987. And between 1987 to 2015, we've had a cumulative number of cases, 448. Now of these, we've recorded 154 deaths thus far. So you're looking at about 294 people who are still alive. Some of these people have migrated. Some of them are in care with us, and so they continue to be managed. They continue to follow the routines, the regimes, the medication regimes, the lifestyle changes that we suggest, and some of them are doing extremely well and may never progress to AIDS. I mean, naturally, you have some people who do fall through the cracks, but we have a social system that allows us to find them, bring them back into care, provide psychosocial support, which now assists them in remaining in care and doing better.
The theme for this year's Regional Testing Day is Get Tested, Stop Ducking It. Coming up, Creole Highlights with McPherson St. Luce.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à ces nouvelles en créole, non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, plusieurs activités qui formées par Programme pour Service Public l'année 2016. Comité qui est en charge du programme La Chaîne en Confiance, on a annoncé le programme cela. Monsieur Dave Lauder, c'est membre comité cela.
Nous avons une bonne fonction en Fortran, ça c'est pour commencer ces activités-là, nous allons là. Nous allons une autre activité qui est menée public servant ensemble. Une cette première bêtise là nous allons faire, c'est samedi, nous allons faire un grand marché, un bel marché, et nous allons marcher hors Lauder pour aller bon fond. on trois moun asi isla te ka pase pour venir vendre produit en dida ozo. Aussi nous calé ni talent show, nous calé ni session là nous ni éducation pour public servant là. Nous calé ni deux sessions. Yon nous calé ni yon qui ka parler de public servant et spirituality yo, comment ça ka conduit ça nous fait en public service là. Aussi nous allons en l'autre session qui a gardé contre public service orders. C'est une loi qui a gouverné public servant. On l'a dit nous passe ça qui est dit on l'a dit nous argue qui debate ça qui là. Qui session ça là qui informe nous que ça qui est en public orders là. Comment ça supposé conduire nous pour nous faire service en Dominica.
L'ODA aussi mentionné Games Night et puis Sports Day.
Il y a cette fonction-là aussi, nous allons en Games Night. La public servants qui viennent ensemble, qui jouent, qui font bon temps ensemble. Aussi, nous allons en Grand Sports Day. Là, nous jouons tous sortes de sports avec public servants et avec les gens qui sont associés avec public servants aussi. Il y a cette plus grande fonction-là, c'est en bout l'année là, en décembre, nous allons une grande fonction. Le gouvernement là honorer les gens qui ont fait bon service, les gens qui travaillent et les gens qui continuent à bon service en pays là. C'est nous qui essayons en award ceremony la public servants qui regardent le gouvernement qui regarde pour bon service qu'ils ont fait.
Un nouvel programme pour Festival Creole Mondial lancé officiellement. Festival Sala qui était suspendu l'année passée, Silon Coultin Ereka, qui a expecté pour plus formidable l'année salam et puis plaisir gros spectacle. Ministère pour Tourisme, Honorable Senator Robert Tong, fait parole que le gouvernement a fait allocation de $1 million pour festival là l'année salam. Ministre Tong dit ça c'est une somme qui est bien haut l'année salam et puis il mettait festival comité Dominique à une bonne position pour les négociations et puis ban et artistes. Honorable Tong aussi qui a recognisé les gens qui a supporté le spectacle là comme les gens qui a venu de l'autre pays qui a fait une contribution pour l'économie. Ministre Tong dit festival là qui est promoté en pays français la semaine prochaine. Honorable Tong dit spectacle ça là, sinon line-up là, qu'a expecté pour plus meilleur passer d'autres l'année. Il aussi fait parole que festival là, qu'a exposé artistes pour aller plus loin. Et puis, talent à yo. À la nouvelle musique mise en place pour faciliter le Resource Center Salibia ouvert par le 4 juillet l'année là. Parole ça là sorti hors ministère Kalinago, Honorable Cassius Darrow.
Dernière fois, nous avons un meeting avec CEP, c'est mon qui a consulté avec Ace Engineering. Nous disons, at least, juillet 4, nous les commissionnons. Le travail qu'a fait, nous avons venu à manger fouinette avec la porte. Je peux dire que tout le monde est fini avec juillet 4. Nous devons ça ouvrir place ça là parce que juillet 4 c'est un jour nous-mêmes comme un calendrier va changer.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle Creole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson Saint Luce. Au revoir.
Before we leave, here are some announcements. Young women from the northern and the southeastern districts who are interested in taking part in the Miss Wabduyet competition in October 2016 are asked to contact the Division of Culture via telephone 449-1804, email culturaldivision@dominica.gov.dm, or visit its offices at the Old Mill Cultural Center during normal working hours. Interested persons may also contact their district development officers. Registration is now open for the Madam Wabduyet competition 2016. Women 55 years and above interested in taking part are asked to contact the Division of Culture via telephone 449-1804, email culturaldivision@dominica.gov.dm, or visit its offices at the Old Mill Cultural Center during normal working hours. Interested persons may also contact their district development officers. Coming up next, your tip of the day. Today we bring you a few tips on what you should do during a thunderstorm. Avoid contact with corded phones and devices, including those plugged into electric for recharging. Avoid contact with electrical equipment or cords. Unplug appliances and other electrical items such as computers and turn off air conditioners. Avoid contact with plumbing. Do not wash your hands, do not take a shower, do not wash dishes, and do not do laundry. Stay away from windows and doors and stay off porches. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter @GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on the past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I'm Kerdisha. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.